Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Don back here with another build video, man. And today I got y'all with a dope, glitched, lockdown point guard build. You know what I'm saying? So I know that's a mouthful, glitch, lockdown point guard build. But hey, man, this build is at 6'7", so you know this build is gonna be super glitchy, man. It does have speed that you just cannot get at this height normally, and just some crazy stats, man. So all right. With that being said, let's get into the first part of the video, man. First things first, we are gonna make it at the point guard position. Handedness does not matter, jersey number does not matter. Make those match whatever you want. You want it to match for you, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, starting off with the height, we're gonna go with 6'7", 180 pounds, a 6'10" wingspan, and the body shape we're gonna go define just for the purpose of the video. All right, go ahead and smash continue. Now, we're going to get into some of the finishing attributes, man. For the close shot, we're going to go with a 45. Which isn't crazy high, but you know, we just want to have a little bit of something on it, and you're going to need it for some of the other attributes. You won't be able to get some of the attributes without that 45. All right, with the driving layup, we're going to go with an 81, and for the driving dunk, we're going to go with an 82. So even though, not 82, and 92, even though we are making this build at the point guard position, it is primarily to play the two. It is going to be a great off-ball guard, just something that can guard a lot of different positions, with it being at the 6'7" height. You know what I'm saying? The weight ain't really too crazy, but you know, we're not really worried about that right now. All right, so for the mid-range shot, we want to go with a 75, man, which isn't crazy high, just like any of the other stats, but it's gonna be just enough to get the job done, man. Mid-ranges drop most of the time anyway, even with their lower ratings. I got some low-rated mid-range shooters that do just fine. Now with the free throw, we can go to 84. You do want to be able to knock those down, man. Do not leave any points on the table as far as free throw goes, man. You will regret it at the end of the game when your team is down 1-2 points and you didn't have free throw. This build is primarily for rec, but you can use it in the park, man. If you don't want to use all those badges on free throw, all those points on free throw, you can put it in the mid-range, get your midi up a little bit more, and get you some extra shooting badges at that. All right, for the pass accuracy, you know we team 85, man. You see we already got finishing, we got shooting, and we want a little bit of playmaking, man. You know the name of the game on this channel is balance, man. I love balanced builds. It makes playing much easier, and it makes your build easier to put on a different team in a different situation. I run with a lot of randoms, so I like to have different stats in every different area, so that when I do run with these randoms, I can do more than one thing, man. You'll regret it if you aren't very versatile when you run it with randoms, if you do like me. So pass accuracy, team 85, you already know. Ball handle, we're going with an 84. You might be thinking, why 84? Because if you look at hyperdrive, it lights up to gold at an 84. Speed with ball, same thing. Quick first step lights up to gold at an 80, man. You got to mess with these thresholds. It'll make your build so much better for it. Now we can go down to perimeter D. So on perimeter defense, we want to max that out to a 94. And that's because we want clamps on Hall of Fame. This is a point guard lockdown type of build. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to lock down everybody. Now with the steal, we will be going with the 90. Like I said, playing with these thresholds, you look at that. You see that? That interceptor, blinking, gold, purple. We want the purple, so we can go ahead and get that purple. Now for the block, we're going to go with a 70, which is a really high block for a point guard or a two guard. It doesn't really, either way, for a guard period, a 70 block is very high. You see we get chase down silver, intimidator silver, and those are really the badges that we're kind of focusing on. We're going to leave the rebounding alone. Now for the physicals, man, this is very important. Now make sure you max out the speed. You want to max out the acceleration. So we got an 88 speed, 86 acceleration. Now this is the important part, man. Make sure you get to an 80 on the vertical, man. You're gonna need that. Now for the stamina, we're gonna max it out at a 99. And look at this beautiful build right here. We got 18, 24, 27, and 20, man. That is plenty of badges. You could really get away with a lot on this build. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got so many badges, and you can make pretty much anything work. And don't forget, you do have those additional 8 badges if you need them, man. You got those 8 badges, so make sure you put them in a category where you can use them the most, man. Make sure your badges and your takeover, which we're gonna get into in a little bit, match your playstyle, man. It'll help you play this game at a much more elite level if you can master your own playstyle. Don't believe these meta guides that you gotta do things a certain way. You can do things your way and be just fine in doing that. But alright, now we're gonna go ahead and smash continue. And for this build, it is a lockdown. I like to use perimeter badge drop because, for one, on ball steals are easy to get. Two, I like playing defense, and if you want to play defense at an elite level, perimeter badge drop will help you out a lot, just because you can drop down pluckable, you can drop down quick first step, all of those things, man. It really helps you play better defense when people's badges are decreased just a little bit, man. You knocking down blinders a little bit, you knocking down catch and shoot. Like I'm telling you, bro, that's what you really need. Now, some of the other takeovers on this build, of course, you get slash and take. We do have elite contact dunks. You get sharpshooting take, also pretty fun. Playmaking take, I don't really use too much, but lockdown take is what I would suggest on it. We're going, all right, smash continue. And just because this build is 6'7", and it's at the point guard position, it's always going to give you shades of Lonzo, DeJounte Murray, and LaMelo Ball, which I do think are pretty good comparisons for this build, but it is more of a lock than anything else. Now, all right, we can go ahead and test the build so I can show you some of the badges that I would put on the build, because what is a build without the badges, man? Now, all right, for the finishing badges, you already know. Listen, one thing we're going to do is put old faithful joints on there. So we're going to put limitless takeoff, posterizer, and slithery finisher. But one thing that I am going to put that I don't normally put on my builds is fearless finisher on bronze. I like that badge a lot, especially when you're running into the paint. You got a lot of those big players down there. You may get into a situation where you got to do a layup. You want to be able to make sure you can make the layup. All right, for shooting, I do a lot of the same type of stuff. I like Deadeye. Hot Zone is a badge I love. Catch and shoot, you want to put that as high as you can on this build. This is a shooting guard type build. It can run the point because you do have, some really nice dribbling. You do get, some nice dribbling moves. Even at 6'7", you'll be straight. So with that, now you want to add on a couple more things. I personally, and this is just me, I like sniper, man. Now the rest is up to you. So what you could do, if you want to put some badges somewhere else without adding badges to this part, you could drop sniper down to gold. Maybe throw some more on blinders, maybe throw some more on limitless spot up. This build does have a really nice 3-ball, but I'm gonna put it on stop and pop, because if I was using this build, I would still be doing stop and pop quite a bit, and it is a very effective badge. Now for the playmaking, there's really not much to be said about this. You already know what we're gonna do for the most part. We want to put bullet passer on gold, hybrid drive definitely. I don't think I would need quick chain on this because I wouldn't be trying to sauce people up. I'm gonna put glue hands on gold. I love that badge. Unpluckable, it only goes to silver. Now handles for days, that one's debatable. I don't know if you would need that on this build. If you don't plan on dribbling too much, kind of drop it down. You can go with silver and still be all right. Now with these last few, you do have 3. You put one on tight handles, and then maybe one on like a needle threader or something like that. Just something to help out with your playmaking. That would not your playmaking, but your passing specifically a little bit more. Now, for last but not least, we will be going into the defensive badges. I do feel like if you have to move your defense, if you have to move those extra badges that you get, defense would probably be the best way to go. If you want to play some lockdown on ball defense, I would highly suggest putting clamps on. I feel like clamps works very well, man. It's just something that I feel like works exceptionally well in this game now. Now that they slowed down a lot of different things, I feel like that helps a lot. Now for some of the other badges, I definitely want Intimidator on this build. I'm not going to skip Interceptor. I love that badge. And then I want to put Chase Down on, Pickpocket on as well. And that's all the badges. That's why I say you need to put your 8 badges or those extra badges you get. Think about putting them into defense, man, because there's a couple things that are missing. Like if you're playing on-ball defense, if you're guarding that point guard on the other team, you're gonna want to have pick dodger on there. You already know the screens are coming. The screens are coming. But if you're guarding a shooting guard, it might be the same thing as guarding a point guard, but you'll definitely want to have off-ball pass. And just to have a few extra badges on this build would make it go, a lot further than it would go how it is right now. Like you could potentially put more badges on finishing. Maybe you want to put fearless finisher up. Maybe put a Lob City on, because this build can be like the damn near the OT of a team. It can be somebody who can provide a lot of offense. This build's versatility, I think, is pretty much unmatched, man. But that is pretty much it for the video. I will catch y'all boys in the next one. It has been your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and slide on out of here, but before you do, make sure you check out some of the other videos on my channel, man. Like up the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one, man. Peace.